Welcome to Sacred Healing, and here is our tarot for the week. Now, sorry I didn't do it yesterday, but I got a bit caught up in Melbourne Cup, as probably everybody did. I hope everybody had a great time and there were some winners amongst everybody out there. I didn't put a bet on, didn't feel like it this year, but I did manage to predict the first two, so I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, so what is on the cards for everybody this week? Well, let me have a look. So we have got the 8 of air as the start. Now, we also have at the end as well, for those, just to let you know as well, for those of you who picked number 1, this was 8 of air. We also have another 8 coming up of fire. So we've got a little bit of a balance happening this week throughout the thing. But this is a lot about not letting your ego this year, well, I would say for the rest of the year, then obviously that's a bit of a Freudian slip from my guides to say for the rest of this year, those of you that picked number 1 needed to be very careful of your ego this year. All right. So also this week as well. I want to say, when I say ego, I mean that sometimes criticism doesn't have to be something that is bad for us. But self-criticism is bad for us because that's something that we are going on about ourselves that we don't like. We have to be happy with who we are within ourselves. And if we're not, then that's where the self-criticism comes in. So be careful of your self-criticism, but do be careful of your ego this week. Okay, so don't let it get out of control. Now, for those who picked 2, we've got the 5 of air. Now, this is a lot about dropping masks. Some of us are very good at being different people for different groups of friends, and we're also different when we're in at work or when we're at home, which means we're not being our true authentic self 100% of the time. We need to be our true self 100% of the time. This is also a lot about the fact that there are going to be some stuff coming up this week that you aren't going to want to deal with. It's going to be a bit of that sort of like la la la. If I'm not looking at it or if I don't hear it, I don't have to deal with it. Yes, you do. You do need to look at what's going on in your life and deal with it. So this week is going to be a lot about things coming up for you that you did think that you could actually get away with. Yeah, no. All right, so for those of you who picked number 3, so we've got the 8 of fire. What a beautiful card, look at that. Talks very much about the phoenix rising from the fire, and it is a lot about that. There's a lot of transformation coming up for you this week. A lot of things coming to a head in a very good way. So be aware of some of those niggling little things that may have been going on. I want to say for work, for a lot of people, there's a lot of work influence in this one today. I want to say specifically for people tomorrow, so Thursday, Friday, and on Sunday with this card, anything that's been niggling with you that you thought had been settled is going to come to a head and going to be finalised. That means that if people have been putting in job applications specifically, when Thursday and Friday, you will hearing a yes or a no for sure. I want to say, as far as the job applications are concerned, if it's not something you really wanted to do, but you thought you had to do it, yeah, the answer will be no. But if you're really, really wanting the job, you're going to get it. So congratulations to those people and have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully I will see you on Friday if I get around to doing my yes or no question, and look out for next week because some exciting things are going to be happening. I'm actually going to show you around my new temple that I've got here, and we are going to have a little bit of a trip down memory lane as I like to call it, the transformation of my shed to my temple. So have a great day. Blessings.